to the parent.
Yes, and then
And saying that, hey,
I
need
give it-
money, blah, blah, blah.
We're holding your child hostage. Give us $1 million or else. Yeah.
there's possible, whatever.
But you know, for every bad thing, hopefully there'll be at least 2 or 3 good things, you know. Unfortunately, you know, there will always be bad people in the world.
Such bad karma.
Very bad karma.
I've been also.
What was that? I'm the same. Well,
If I got to take, I would have done.
that's crazy. There's one thing that your business today doesn't lack is opportunities to market, right? There's 1,000 different ways to Sunday. Not all marketing is equal, right? Some of us gravitate to social media, some of us gravitate to video, some of us gravitate to physical door knocking. Whatever you are going to do religiously to try to gain business, that's what's important. So I highly believe that. I mean, 33 years in the business.
Actually, I was like, oh, I underestimated myself. It's actually 34. It's gonna be 35 in August.
Oh, then congratulations.
I know. It's like,
We're already past August.
oh, well, yeah, you're right. You're right. Wait.
We're in
No,
September.
No, it's 34. It just turned 34.
Oh, okay,
35.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm like-
August of 89, I got like.
See, you're so busy, you just don't even know what month it is.
Mine is less than 1 year.
You're definitely in an interesting time, ladies. 1 year, less than 1 year,
Oh, it's 1 year?
16 years. So some of it,
Good job.
so, you know,
I used to work in the airline.
oh,
Yeah, it's kind of similar to the airline. I was at the sales in airline, and that time I just sold the ticket, and right now I just sold the pharmacy. What's the difference?
as long as, well,
It's a different price point.
different price points, you know, a couple $100, that's good. All right, well, let's see here. It's 3:05. So welcome to our last class today. I'm not going to go through everything again. I'm your technology trainer. Yada, yada, yada. So today what we're going to do is we're going to go over your free member benefit offered to you by CRMLS and Orange County Realtors called Savvy Card. I like to call this your electronic business card plus. Basically, what is Savvy Card? Savvy Card is a very simple push button prospecting and marketing platform for you and your listings. Okay, this is a free member benefit for all realtors. And of course, funny enough, it's also great for your listings. Now, what I mean by that is that Savvy Card being a CRMLS and Orange County Realtors member benefit, you have one for the agent. And then of course you have one for your individual listings. So these are not apps, these are actually websites. So the system automatically creates a property website called the Property Savvy Card. An agent automatically, part of CRMLS automatically has an agent Savvy Card. The only thing we need to do is activate it, right? But why? Why do we need to do this? Why do we need the Savvy Card? Why do we need anything like this? Well, think about how much time you spend in your life, in your business. What is it that you do the most of? Honestly, 42% of your time is all spent prospecting. I need to go out there, I need to market, I need to gain business, right?
Right.
Unlike the ticket sales there at the airlines, they pretty much come to you. You're not necessarily going out and trying to find it, right? You got to hit the pavement. We got to do the social media. You got to make phone calls. Anybody doing phone calls?
No.
One person. Excellent. You haven't done any phone calls yet? Why not?
I don't like that. I just
Oh,
do
you-
door knocking.
okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I do the door knocking.
Door knocking, emailers.
Just door knocking.
Okay, door knocking's good. You're still face to face.
Yeah.
That's
I like
good.
that. What's
But
the
most of that
website?
time is spent prospecting. What?
What's the website?
This is going to be called Savvy Card, SAVVYCARD.com. Great, you're doing it on your phone. I want you to do it on your phone and or computer device. By the way, 36% of the time you're spent trying to close not just deals, but clients. Think about that, closing the deal does not only means closing escrow, but closing the client. Getting them out there, solidifying their relationship to make offers on homes. And then 22% of your time is spent trying to get them even qualified. To either buy, sell, or lease a property. So out of those three things, that's what you're spending your most time doing, is prospecting. So what do you do today? Anybody here physically handing out business cards?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, right? Not yet, good.
I do the proper. Other thing is the electronic business card.
Okay, good. That's what this is. It's going to be an electronic business card. But typically, most agents like to hand things out. Why? Because most people like to receive things, right? They like to be given things. Now, the problem with a business card is that it costs you roughly about 60 cents per card before you see a return on your investment. So it's a numbers game. So a young lady that hands out business cards, how many business cards do you typically have to hand out before you hear one phone call back from someone? A lot, right? You go through a box,
No, not that many, but I give them out at open houses sometimes.
give them out at open houses. So on a given day, probably in a month, you give out about 250 cards,
Not that many.
100.
Less than.
Depends on how busy you are, right? If you're door knocking, you're handing out maybe your business card. If you're working in an open house, you're handing out a business card. I meet you at the restaurant or the grocery store or whatever. We all have our business cards, or we should. If we don't, it's going to be another benefit here in just a second. On average, before it's going to cost you about 60 cents per card. The numbers game is this: to hand out 200 business cards to get 2 leads. That's roughly what? 10% or 1%. 1% of all the cards that you're handing out, you're getting a return on your investment.
So what is the distance?
It's a little bit higher, but when you don't have to spend money on it, it becomes gold, right? So there is no cost to you, because here's the problem. The problem of handing out a business card is an excuse for someone to walk away. Right? It's an ending of a conversation. And when that conversation ends, what do? We turn around and we cross our fingers and we say, gosh, I can't wait to hopefully maybe make some money off the person by helping them out buy a property or getting their listing, right? We cross our fingers and we hope and pray that we get that business. Because what ends up happening to that business card? They throw it away, they get washed in the laundry, it becomes a coaster, the baby chews on it, the dog chews on it, it even helps prop up the uneven table.
I love the second one, but they never use that.
They never use that. I know I have. And I tell you what, those of you with a listing, you ever collect the business cards after a week that you went back to visit the property, you saw a stack of cards. You picked up the stack of cards. What did you do with the stack of cards? Did you ever call the agents?
No.
No.
I was gonna say, I call and I also add them to my thing.
That's good. I'm glad that you do that if it's a real estate agent, but most of us out there will collect them, put them in the car. And when it goes in the car, you put it in the center console. And then after a year,
Yeah,
the console doesn't shut
yeah.
because you've got so much junk in there, most of which are business cards that you've never ever used or called on, right? Basically, they're not being used for what they're supposed to be, right? And that is giving you a call. Now, this is where the advantage of Savvy Card comes in. Basically, simple steps. You text your Savvy Card to the prospect that you meet. Then the customer adds your contact information into their phone when they access it. And then in a day or two, you follow up by calling or emailing them. It's all electronic. One of the things that people do not like nowadays is to be given things, right? COVID. Don't give me your COVID. I don't want to touch you. As much as you want to give me your card, I want that. This is where this is going to fill in. Or even better yet, have you ever been stuck somewhere and you wish you had a card to give to a good client?
Yeah.
Maybe it was a Donald Trump style client, not in the sense of billions of dollars and Did you kick yourself in the tush going, I wish I could give you my information?
I have a picture of my card in my photos.
There you go. But the idea is we never leave home without our phones. I don't know of any real estate agent today. And by the way, this was an old commercial. Anybody remember that commercial? Never leave home without it. This is probably way before your time. Back in the 70s and 80s, there was a commercial that said, I never leave home without it. It was a credit card commercial for American Express.
You had everything.
Exactly. That's your life.
Yeah.
I bet you guarantee that's the first thing you greet in the morning, right? You don't greet your spouse, your significant other, or whoever. You roll over, you grab your phone, you look at what's going on in your day, because that's part of your life. You left your phone at home. What do we all do? Turn around. We become late for our appointments because we got to run back and grab our phones, right? We do our banking, we do our shopping, we do our contact management, we write up contracts, we access MLS, we do everything on our phones. These are our mini computers. So we have our phones with us constantly. We have the ability to send our contact information constantly. Because at the end of the day, we are all about building that relationship and continuing to build that relationship, right? As I had mentioned to the two ladies earlier, it takes about 6 to 9 touches to convert a client. That means that we have to talk to them either physically, text, email, or call about 6 to 9 times before we actually convert that lead. How many of you actually call a client more than once? 2 of you, 3 of you, excellent. Well, you say yeah, but you'd be surprised. Some people go, oh, I only called them once. Well, why didn't you follow up with them? Oh, I didn't want to be a bother.
You have to.
Then you
want to know.
then you wonder why you have no business because you never follow up. Or you get upset that you found out that if you had just called a couple of extra times, they would have gone with you and not another agent because of the lack of communication. So here in Savvy Card, it does have, and why I call this your electronic business card plus, it's got a simple IDX search feed. You can capture your leads. By the way, self-optimizes Google search rankings because this is a website. As websites are used, this now elevates your information higher in a Google search. So if they call you, text message you, email you using this, because they're using the website, this now elevates you higher in a search. Above and beyond, hopefully, what? The Zillows, the Redfins, the Realtor.coms. Because when they go to those public websites, what do those public websites tend to want to do? Do they want to refer them to you or refer them to their specialized agents? So this is where we want that. By the way, you can also have a branded email signature, but no matter what, at the end of the day, it's all about instant customer access, okay, or engagement. Now, real quickly, you've got a call button. By the way, this is a real agent's card, okay? So you got a call button on here. You've got an email button. You've got a text message. We've got the share button. We're going to go over that one too. Your listings button. Now, what's nice about this is that you've got 2 sections here. One is just a general find a home, simple IDX search. But if you're a listing agent, your listings will be found under your featured listings. So now someone with your card can see what properties you've listed outside of just a general search, which, by the way, if they find a property during a general search, they're going to reach out to you because when it says access for a showing or schedule a showing, it comes back to you, which is nice. Something about your organization, what company you're with, the location. The more button basically sends you over to your social media networks and a couple of other extra buttons. Now, for free, what's also included in your Savvy Card membership or benefit is that you have a property Savvy Card created. So anytime you list a property in the MLS, an instant single property website is pre-created for you through Savvy Card. You don't have to do anything. So as much as we went over Realtor just a little bit ago, which I love doing that, if you didn't do that, guess what? You still have a property website created. That's got some really cool features here too. Push button simple posting to social media, and the more important one, seller share. And what the seller share does is it sends this property to your client, the seller. Now they can share it to their social media. So what are you now having the seller do? Market it for you. But what's nice about this is that it's got buttons like, whoops, contact the listing agent button, which if they click on that, they can call, email, and text you about that listing. It's got some of the features about the property, where to find it on a map, the listing photos. By the way, you can share this to an individual themselves or your social media. You also have other, again, featured listings or find a home, and of course the nearby schools. And what I like about this, gives you the school name, their grades, how far it is from the subject property, and they can get all the details that they need about the home.
Rating 2, rating 4. They only give you the
Yeah.
points.
I think that's from greatschools.com, which is pretty nice. Now, you probably, if you've listed a property, you probably have seen this email, probably within minutes after you make that listing active. This indicates that here's the property savvy card that you can immediately access. You don't have to do anything. As a matter of fact, click on the share listing to the home seller, and now you can email it or text message it to the client. But it does it within a matter of minutes. So, yes.
So that savvy card you just have on the screen with the girl's picture, how did she get her picture on it? 'Cause mine-
I'm going to go over all that fun stuff.
Okay. I got the
Promise.
picture.
I can find it. This one.
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to go over that right now. So what I want you to do on your phones, we're going to activate your free account. How we're going to do this, we're going to open up your phone. You're going to open up your web browser on your phone. In this case, your Safari, if you're an iPhone user, or your browser, if you're an Android user. You're going to simply go to the website www.savvycard.com. Now, from there, this screen is going to look a little bit different. You're going to notice in the upper right corner of the screen are 3 lines. Under the 3 lines, there should be a choice that says Get Savvy Card. It should look something like this. Get Savvy Card. Now, when you get Savvy Card, you're going to now type in your email address. It is very important that your email address you type in is what's in the MLS. So make sure that your roster in the MLS has your updated email address. Make sure that that's there. Because when you type that in, you hit submit, there will be a choice for you to claim yourself. You're going to see your name, you're going to hit claim. Once you do that, you're then going to create a password. Password can be whatever you want, something easy and rememberable. If you've already claimed your card, which it looks like you've already done, then it's going to say, oh, you've already claimed your card.
Yep.
So if you don't know what your information is, you're going to then reach out to Savvy Card at either support@savvycard.com or give them a quick call. And they'll tell you what your account information is and help you. Okay. Now, once you do this, and you log in, you're going to get something that looks like this. What we're now going to do is we're going to choose the menu choice that says View This Card. Now, when we click on View This Card, we're not going to see all the bells and whistles right away of what our card looks like. We might be missing the email. We might be missing the text message. We're going to be missing some of the other buttons. Don't worry. We're going to modify that here in just a few moments. What you are going to then do after you hit View This Card is that we're going to now want to make this website look like an app on our phone device. Now, if you don't know how to do that, it's super simple. How many of you are iPhone users? 2 of you. Good. iPhone users. If you're on Safari, You're going to notice that down below underneath the website or any website, you've got this box with the arrow coming out. It's called the magic button or the share button. Okay. This is pretty much on every app or everything on a mobile or iPad or iPhone. Once you tap on that, you're going to be given a list of choices. One of those choices that you're going to select is not add as a bookmark. Don't do that. Instead, choose the choice that says add to home screen. When you select add to home screen, a nice little icon will appear of what it's going to look like. But right now, it's probably going to have Orange County Realtors or your company logo as the prompt. Just simply choose add at the top right corner. And once you do that, you're then redirected back to your home screen, and you will literally have an icon for your card. Did you get it? Excellent. Now,
CRMLS.
says CRMLS for now, but don't worry. Now, if you're an Android user in the room, in this case, in the upper right corner of the Android web browser, you're going to tap on the three dots. That's perfect. So now, see that box in the arrow?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And then find the choice that says add to home screen. There you go. And say add. Perfect.
Thanks.
That's great. So now you've got that in there for right now. Now, if you're an Android user, you're going to tap on the three dots, drop down menu appears, choose add to home screen, hit add. And again, that will make an icon on your Android device. So now, what do we do in order to get the rest of the buttons here? Because you're on your phone device, if you hit the dual sheet of paper on your device, you should see all the extra websites that you have opened on your phone. The previous screen that showed view this card with other choices should be in the previous screen. Tap on that. Because what you need to get back to is this. Oops. I don't know why my caps lock keeps going off. Once you get back to this screen here, what we're now going to do is we're going to edit your card. We're now going to edit the other buttons on this card that are going to be needed. When we click on edit this card, first and foremost, what we're going to see here is the background / picture. So here at the top, we've got little tabs. Right? Your background will always be your company background that they've pre-selected for you if you work at a big brokerage. Suter, Keller Williams, Remax, Realty One, things like that. Because of your account, where you're located, they have those uploaded for you. The only thing you don't have is what? Your own photo. How do I get my photo here?
Mine is different because when I go to info and to card info, it's there's the description.
Okay, that's not where I want you to be, though. I want you to do. Edit this card.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
So if you go to card info from edit this card.
We need a description.
okay, let's see. Okay, I guess you can't do that from there. Okay, not a problem. So that's fine, but you'll be able to edit the buttons here in just a second.
Okay.
So if you're on the laptop computer, this will be easier, or a tablet device. At the top, you're going to click on picture. When you click on picture here, you can browse your computer for a profile picture that you can upload. Now, if you're having problems uploading this, then I would recommend after you hit upload picture and it doesn't take, then what I would do is I would email your profile picture to support@savvycard.com. Just say, please upload this for my background image for my Savvy card. And within 24 hours, they'll have it uploaded. At which point your icon will then, on your phone, automatically switch from CRMLS to your name and your photo. That makes sense? And they're really quick at that response. Next. The next tab over is the buttons. So young lady with your buttons, this is what we're going to do. Here on your buttons, you got different things here, like the button style. You can pick the style of buttons you want for your card. Here you can pick whatever you want. So as an example, maybe you like purple. Now I can make all my buttons purple. So buttons.
Mine is totally different. Maybe I'm in the wrong place too, I don't know.
No, I didn't.
So let's see here. Let's.
Maybe it's easier to do it.
Oh, this is the I, right? Yeah. This is fine.
Okay. But it's not here. All right. No, it's I just. Okay. You're on your Android phone? Okay. So it's probably the limit of the mobile device.
Oh,
So that's okay.
I need an iPhone.
No. This will require you to be on the computer to do this portion.
Okay.
Okay. The other portion of not the button style, if you don't see the button style here, is this. You've got all these other buttons, call, text, things like this, right?
Right.
So as an example, if you say hit the text button because it's not there, make sure your cell number is here.
Okay.
And then choose the choice that says, add this button to my Savvy card, and then hit save. So were you able to add your text?
Yeah, what was this? Yeah. Yeah.
So now if you, when you look at your card, you're going to see your text message button live time appear. Because you'll notice here that if I say turn this off, you're going to notice that my text message button immediately disappeared.
Tony, can we change our email address here? I mean, that with the phone numbers.
Yep. So what you're going to do is you're going to go through some of these buttons
Fine.
and then you're going to enable them. So you're going to make sure that your call, your text, your email is up to date. You're going to turn on the buttons so that they appear. Next, find me. Find me is how they locate you. Now, what I would not recommend is putting in your personal home address. Put in your work address. Last thing you want is a client to show up at your house, right? Especially at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Unless you're really that, really great friends, then that's different. But here, find me, put in your office information. Now, underneath that, the About Me section. The About Me is your bio. Now, put in your bio, you're unlimited to the amount of characters. But wait, what did we talk about earlier for your website? What was one video that I wanted you to do? An About Me video.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
intro video. I love how she was like, it's right there. Your intro video. So that little video that you posted onto your YouTube channel, talking to people about what you do and of course, introducing yourself in the real estate industry. Well, now that it's a link on YouTube or Vimeo, right above the printed word, because most people don't like to read, there is a section here that you can copy and paste your video URL posted by YouTube or Vimeo. So now your card not only gives them a written about you section, but now gives a video about section. Okay. And again, put in this information, say yes, display it on my card, and save it. Here about your company, where it's located, and maybe you have a nice little bio about the company. Every listing presentation that I know that an agent has a little about me or about my organization slide, right? Probably nothing that you're overly excited about, but it's there. Copy, paste it. Now, what other fun little button? Your recommend. Well, besides, I haven't gotten there yet. Recommend. Recommend is going to be an important one. What do you think recommend might mean?
referral letters?
Could, or better yet, say I'm a client, I'm a potential buyer, I meet you at an open house. What's one of your questions that you are going to ask? Besides, am I working with an agent?
Oh. When's a good time to get together?
Besides that,
Instagram, social media.
What?
how do you know if I'm qualified?
Oh, yeah, okay, so a lender, yeah.
I don't have a lender. You recommend one? Two or three?
Got it.
Who else would you recommend besides the lender? What other business?
For mine.
Termite? What else?
Title.
Like, it's one of the core
Title.
besides you. Title and inspectors, but one of the other core.
My
What
pager,
helps title?
escrow.
Escrow. So you have a couple of lenders, you have a couple of escrows, you have a couple of title companies that you probably have worked with. Your core three. So under recommend. Remember how I was saying this is Business Card Plus? When I click on the recommend button, I can now type in the person's name who I work with. I can indicate who I'm recommending or what I'm recommending them for. Title, lender, escrow, general contractor, termite company, cleaner, inspector, whatever. That's what I'm recommending them for. Now, they may not have a website, so I'm going to leave that blank, but do they have an email? Yes, hopefully. Do they have a phone number? Yes, hopefully. Put that information in. Now, do you have to give over your entire vendor list? No. But just enough to help somebody in need. So if they have a lender or they don't have a lender, what's our magic number? 1, 2, or 3?
For lenders?
Yeah.
3.
At least 3. Right? Maybe there's 3 people that I can reliably trust to hopefully help this person get qualified. Same thing with title, same thing with escrow, same thing with inspectors. Hey, I recommend this person as a general inspector. I recommend this person as a foundation inspector. Right?
Yeah, and if we don't do the 3, it's for.
That's fine. You do
It's not
one
fine. We have to recommend 3 of them at least.
at least.
Yeah,
Hopefully you have 3. Not everybody
we have
does.
to.
I know you have to, but not everybody does. But I'd say the magic number 3. There we go. Right? If you've got 3, great. If not, come here to book preview every Thursday. Guaranteed you'll meet lenders, title, and escrow. Put them in here as, and of course, just don't recommend them just to recommend them. Obviously, these are people that you would trust, right? So put that in here. Yes, young lady, social media is important. Put in all your social media platforms. YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, whatever. Just simply add another, choose the choice, right? And then put in the account URL so that they can reach you. Learn about you. Now, at the end of the day, after we're done,
Backgrounds as well. It doesn't have to be blue. I know.
doesn't have to be blue. Sometimes if it's, so you're with Remax?
Yep.
So when you reach out to support@savvycard.com, let them know that you're with Remax and you would like their Remax background. Because they have a really nice background
Okay.
with your background, with your profile image.
Yeah,
hers is
see,
like this.
mine is this color, is my company color.
I like it.
So when you tell them which Remax office you're with, they will actually upload the Remax logo as part of your card. On top of adding in your profile picture.
Say that again.
So when you reach out to Savvy Card or support@savvycard.com,
Right.
let them know, hey, I don't have the Remax logo. Can you please make sure that the background is uploaded as well as my profile picture, and then email them your profile picture. 24 hours, I'll have it fixed.
Perfect.
Okay.
So they don't just take it from the MLS, the one I've submitted.
They usually do that, but if you like, say you were at one company and then you switch, sometimes they may not switch it right away. Or, it just gets in limbo. So They'll usually fix it right away.
Okay. I can
Okay.
get my photo.
Yeah.
So now what do we do with all this? After now we're ready to make money, we're now ready to share it. So now we've got our card. Right? I run my open house. I meet somebody at the restaurant or at the bar or at an event. I don't have my business cards with me, or I ran out of business cards because the open house was just popping, right? So now what I'm going to do, somebody needs to get my information. So when I open up my card, hey, you know what? We're having such a great conversation. I want to make sure that you get my information. When I open up my little app on my phone, because it looks like an app now, tap on it. When I get this open, I'm going to share my business card with you. So now I'm just going to simply tap where it says share. From here, I'm going to share it to an individual. Now, the first thing it's going to ask me, what's their name? So young lady.
Marcy.
How you-
Marsay.
And then last name.
Sabghi.
GHI. Okay. And what's your cell number, young lady?
949-232-2626.
Okay. And I'm just going to basically voice to text, because I can do that, right? Lovely thing about a cell phone. Hit the little microphone on my phone and just say, it was great meeting you today at 123 Main Street Open House. Can't wait to work with you for your real estate needs. And then I'm just going to hit share. Now, the moment I hit share, we're going to immediately see here that my card asks me on my phone, do I want to download this young lady's information on my phone? What am I going to say? Yes, download it.
Just go right into the contact.
It's going to go right into my contacts alphabetically based on her first name and last
Yeah, I got it.
But I could
Excellent.
have
No.
a subfolder of like open house leads versus lenders and all
name.
that.
Don't do just yet. Yes, I mean, I could go in and edit her contact on my phone and say she was an open house lead or
And
whatever.
how would I like, I mean, I'm just wondering if I like, let's say I meet a bunch of people at open house. And they just go into my phone where there's already like thousands of contacts. Is
So
there a way to put
when
it
you
into a
download a
folder?
contact in your phone, immediately her contact comes up before I hit save.
Yeah.
So I can make whatever notes I want on it.
So then I can put open house.
Open house at
Yeah.
123 Main Street, where I met her at, and then I can hit save. So it doesn't automatically just say to save, and then I gotta remember who I worked with. When I send it immediately to her, when I instruct her,
Don't do anything.
yes, because I wanted to go over in class what you received. So when I do this, I'm gonna be looking right at her and say, okay, you got my information, but at the same time, I'm looking at my phone, I'm gonna make some quick notes. Met at open house, then I'm gonna hit save.
Wouldn't it be
No.
great if there was a folder where for us realtors, it would be a leads folder versus just all these other people because our phone, is that,
Well, I'm gonna show you something else,
okay,
okay? Because what you wanna do is obviously put who I met at today's open house into my CRM, my contact management, right? But real quickly, young lady, you got a text message from me, right?
Yeah.
Can you read what the text message says?
Marcy Saturday Anthony has texted you a savvy card with this link, reply stop or to up.
All right, so now Marcy says, this is what I got. So I'm gonna say, Marcy, you're gonna click on that link. So Marcy, tap on that link. Now, Marcy, when you tap on this link, it opens up my card. Now, what should have happened here is what it's asking you now. What does it say?
You want to have your contact business or add to contact?
So, guess what, Marcy? I want you to add me to your contacts. So hit sure or accept. So now Marcy has just accepted my information into her phone, right? Whereas a business card, what has I done? I put in her my business card, I walk away. What does she do with it? Loses it, drops it, throws it away, or it finds its way into the card to be lost for all eternity.
Okay, now what?
Now, it's in her phone.
Doesn't she need to add to
Create
contact,
new-
create the contact?
Yeah, so she's gonna create a new contact, add it into her phone as a
And
with.
just press-
Here I can add something like open houses, for example.
No, that's Marcy, the client, adding me in and how we met,
Right.
right? So here at this point, she can add me in. She's got my card. Now, what I want you to do, Marcy, before you finish all this, we're going to. Where is, oh, she's on the web.
Which one you,
I just want to go back to the web.
that web is.
So from here, now I'm going to have her add my card to her phone. Remember how to do that? Well, Marcy, you have an iPhone.
Yeah.
So down below, hit the box with the arrow coming out, and now hit add to home screen, and now you've got my card on your home screen at any given time. You can call me, email me, or text message.
So everybody you meet, you put your face on their phone as a home screen.
If you can get him to do it.
Am I going to be talking to her? Yes. We're having a great conversation? Yes. Hopefully. I'm giving her my information, so I'm gonna make sure she adds me. Because guess what? I want you to look for listings. There's listings that you find, you're gonna contact me. I also have my recommend button. So if there's anybody that you need to talk to, please go to my recommend, and here you're gonna see all my vendors. My title, my lender, my escrows.
Right.
Please give them a call, get a feel for them, because when you open that, or you need to know how much you're qualified for, here are the 3 lenders that I recommend. Here are the 3, yes.
So I was in an event last year and everybody was using, at that time, dark cards. However, when you share the contact, which is very similar to this, it pulls it up kind of like the website like this.
Mhm.
And then if you do not press add to contact, with the contact that has done, it's gone.
Yeah.
So if you don't save it in your phone, it's.
At least here, it's stuck in her text message. So even if she were to go back to it later,
At least you have that.
she's still
Without
got that. That is correct. So that client still has your information, whether they've accessed it or not, but because I'm meeting her at the open house, or I'm meeting her at an event, or maybe I've met her at the grocery store.
Right.
I want to make sure that she adds me in her information, because maybe, and today I've given her the info stars. You want to know about the market today? Here you go. Here's some information. We have a great conversation. Oh, that's great. Can I call you later? You know, and talk about some company. Sure, here's my text message card. Now, at the end of the day, what we do with all this information. So what's nice about this is that Marcy has added me into her phone. We've now entered into a business relationship, which does a couple of things. Number one, when I follow up with Marcy later today, tomorrow, and the next day, and I call her or text message her, is my phone number going to come up unknown? No. What is it going to have? My name. Why? Because she's added me in as her contacts. Number two, Marcy is on the do not call list. What does the do not call list say? They didn't accept your information, you're not allowed to solicit, right? Well, guess what? She accepted my information by adding me to her contacts on her phone. Because she's accepted my information, she has now agreed to enter into a business relationship with me, which now affords me the opportunity to talk to her about business and solicit her for business. Anybody like
It's like
that?
nobody pays attention to that do not call list.
You would think.
I get so many spam calls. And
Well-
I just and I'm on the do not call list for like.
You know, you could get them into big trouble for doing that, right? They could face heavy fines
If I complain.
if you complain.
Oh, okay.
So DRD does not take that lightly.
I don't spam people. I noticed that recently I've been spammed so much.
It's because, yeah, me too. But it's kind of what we live in.
Yep.
Yes?
Tony, I thought the message that I got is from your phone. It's not from, is that from your phone?
The message is from Savvy Card
Oh,
themselves.
yeah, it's
But
not
now,
your number, right?
When you text message on my card, that should come directly to me.
Uh-huh, okay, I got it. I thought that's the same. Okay.
Yeah. Now, back here on the main website. I'm giving out my card to several people today. I want to keep track of all those people. How do I do this? I'm going to come back here to savvycard.com. I'm going to go to the card analytics. Under the card analytics, what I love about this. Hopefully. Oh, it's thinking. There we go. Here, real quickly, 61 shares, 9 referrals, total views on my card, 332 people have viewed my card. Well, geez, let me take a look at this here. We see that Charles has given me 2 referrals, Tony Bried, 6, and of course, Marzia has given me 1. If I look down this list, the date, who I shared it with, or who shared my card, who got shared. So in this case, I see Marseille with her phone number. I see the other one, Tracy, Alex, Angela, Mary Bear. All of these people here, how we met them. So some information. Now, what can I do with this? I can now, with a click or touch of a button, there is a choice up here to export. Where is it? There is a choice somewhere to export.
Oh. I don't know.
This is on the website. This is on the website. So what I should be able to do is take this person. And there used to be, maybe I'm missing it here. Oh, There should be a choice to export this. Yeah, there is a choice somewhere on here, and I don't know why I'm not seeing it all of a sudden. But there is a choice to export. Oh, there it is. Thank you. I'm not wearing my glasses, that's why. So export all or export the last 30 days. So if I export this into a CSV file, I can then re-upload it into my CRM. So I've got their name, phone number, and email address possibly that I can now apply my action plans to keep track of this client or set of clients from today's open house. Yes.
How long would everything stay at the?
Forever. I got people going back 3 years.
Okay.
That's why it's giving you a choice of export all of these people or export the last 30 days, which is why it'll go by the date. What's also nice is the card share. Who shared the card? So I see here that Marzia has shared my card to someone else.
And if
So
you
now
don't-
I'm getting referrals from other people.
if you don't share your card with, say, lenders, escrow, you just share it with leads, then you really got a list of leads right there.
But what am I going to do? I'm going to share it with my title lender escrows. Why? Because they know people that need to sell properties. Shouldn't
And
they?
if they're on your preferred card, they might
And I
be
agree.
more inclined to send you business.
Exactly. So get my vendors to help me gain business too.
Stay on it.
Refer them my business because I'm referring them business. One hand washes the other. We're working together as a huge team. Now, I can't share everything with everybody all the time, right? I would love to have my contact information accessed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, especially when I list property, right?
Um,
Yes,
The only one we can share with, they should have the savvy card, right?
they don't, no, I can share, I just shared it with you. You didn't have Savvy card.
Because I'm trying to share your contact with somebody else, but I can't.
So you shared it to an individual. So when you hit share,
Uh-huh,
share to an individual,
yeah, I think you do.
okay, type in their name,
I did.
type in their phone,
Oh, I didn't.
not type in their phone. The system doesn't know if you want to share it with,
Like this postcard.
like those postcards, hey, there's a property just sold, don't know where it is, but it's out there. Yes, you gotta type in the person's name.
Okay, 714. 855. 8716.
And we're having a lot of fun today. folks.
Oh, where's the number? I don't,
What do you mean?
I wanna see my name, I shared with somebody else.
Okay,
Oh, okay. I saw it, I didn't know where to-
so back here on my card analytics,
Oh, yes.
there you go. Jen info not shared. So not yet, Jen hasn't accepted my information.
So when I open it,
Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna add me to your contacts. You gotta accept my information. And then maybe you send me some sort of information to follow up.
Mhm. And also I can
You get-
save her phone number here. Okay,
I would like to have. Sure.
There you go.
okay, I'm gonna share.
All right, that's fine. Get you in practice. Now, what else can we do? We want 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for our card to be accessed. Yes? So this is where Savvy Card has a QR code. So a QR code is pre-generated for you. All we need to do here in Savvy Card is copy and paste this QR code. Now, where would I put this QR code at?
On the front?
On the for sale sign, on our personal website, right? Because now somebody drives by your house. They see a QR code on your for sale sign. Now they scan it. Now they got your information in their phone,
Nice.
right? Or I put it on maybe a flyer. Hey, maybe I didn't do that property website just yet. So now I've got my QR code for the property flyer for them to scan my information in their phone. So we can do a lot with QR codes. Very simple.
I just got it.
Good.
I'm adding contact. So how did you get that QR code? Oh.
So back here on the edit, underneath edit this card, there's a choice that says view QR code. And here's a QR code that we can now copy, paste, download the image. Now, if we're talking about emails, right? Because we all love emails. Wouldn't it be cool to have an email signature? So, or have something in our email signature. So what I can now do is, let me find it here. Is it under the? Oh, no. I think it is. Yes. There we go. It's under the, or it was. Not the analytics. Under edit this card, there's a choice here to call marketing. Under the marketing section, under edit your card. Here are different email signature platforms. A couple of which have a QR code built into it. So now I can download it and put it into my email signature. Say on Outlook, Gmail, whatever.
So she sent it to me and I saved you, but it's not coming up in my contacts.
Did you add me to your contact?
Yes. Then I do it again. And I see it here, I'm giving you a trick to add in your contact. But I can just.
Or that's- You must have already seen it.
I did, but then when I searched it in my phone, I couldn't find you.
Under Bried?
Yeah.
I do. Let's see.
Maybe I did BRE.
Oh.
Maybe I just spelled it.
You shouldn't have to.
Yeah,
Maybe.
you don't need to.
No, I just got my right.
You
I just did that too, and that's why I was like, what happened? Maybe I said no by mistake. I thought it. You can try one more time, that's weird,
I'm
right?
gonna sell it this time.
You're gonna
Not
say,
for free.
you're gonna charge me this time?
Anthony, can you come up with this again? I didn't get it.
Sure. So on the main website, what you're going to do for your email signature, you're going to go to where it says edit this card.
Oh, sorry.
From here, you're going to go all the way over on these tabs to where it says marketing. And under marketing, we'll give you a select email or select your signature style. And here are several email signatures, one of which is the QR code embedded Savvy card.
Oh,
So we could select that, and then down below,
then
I can then say I want it for my Gmail, my Yahoo email, and then I can download it for me to put it in there.
and here we can change the email that you want the signature on it, right?
Well, that would be under your,
This first one.
are you talking about your account email?
Yes.
So if you've already activated your account, then yes, you're going to need to talk to Savvy Card to get that email up to date.
Uh-huh, I got it. Okay.
Okay,
She said it to me, but it's not getting me.
Oh, you know what? I know, okay. Right now-
and here you can also download the QR code as well. So here you can download it. If you wanted to, you could scan it and see if it works too.
Tony, do you
Yes.
know what happened when I try to share it individual, okay? I just choose something, let me tell you something. 4, 9.
It doesn't save my contacts, but I can slow it up from the text.
Okay.
Okay, because I choose keep message private from card owner.
Okay,
That's why. I.
Maybe it's only
I
for
didn't miss
iPhones.
that.
shouldn't
I do
be,
not-
but if she's keeping my information private or keeping you private from me, that could be another reason why.
Okay, one more time, your phone number.
714-747-3069.
69 and your name, Christine. Christine.
And young lady, do you have any questions there?
No, I was playing around.
You're playing with her? Good. All right. Yes.
How do I change my phone number?
So when you edit your buttons, go to phone. So edit the button that's phone or
Under
call
buttons, they go down to phone.
or call.
Yeah. phone.
Do you have the
I
right
mean,
phone number? or
I
the-
have it up, but it doesn't give me an option to change it.
so-
747-747-3069.
Support at something.com.
Okay.
Okay.
I have to set it up.
And they'll fix it for you. Mhm. You're welcome. Are there any other
I
questions?
can send them my picture and the phone number and they.
They will accept, please correct the phone number, please correct the picture. If you have to, please correct the email address to the account.
Tony, on our home screen button.
Uh-huh.
Change it to say
And I was
Savvy Card,
asking you,
or will it
discuss
stay
your-
as-
It'll actually show up as your name. So eventually after you email your photo to Savvy Card, if you have to do that. Or once you upload, then what will happen is it will automatically convert. And have your name and your picture
Okay.
as the icon. So it does take some time after you get that done. Okay, if it doesn't within 24 hours, support at savvycard.com,
Import.
and then it will definitely do
This is what
that.
happened when I was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Events and
Yeah.
nobody's.
I have one more question.
One more question.
So when I downloaded the app, I got a little square, but I want to show you, it also gave me a little Google thing in the midst of it. I don't know, that doesn't look right.
Yeah, that's because it's the Google browser.
Oh, so it has to be like that?
Yes,
Okay.
it just indicates that that's where it's pulling that website from is the Google browser.
Okay.
So when you did it through the Google
And
browser.
now I have your number.
There you go. All right. All right. Are there any other questions, ladies and gents?
What other class are you teaching that's really good that we should come to?
Oh, gosh.
Like, are you?
Zip forms is always good. I think I have a social media class, like the basics of social
Do you
media.
understand what I'm thinking now?
Okay.
What about the, are you doing the AI class?
Not here, but at the offices, I do have my own AI class. So just the basics, just like here's some basics of what to go through, what to experience with AI. Some of the pitfalls you want to work around and be careful of, like, risk management, that type of thing. But other than that, yeah, I think that we will have a pretty in-depth person. Right now, that's the big topic for this year is AI, just because
I like that thing that you wrote pulled up there so quickly after that.
it's great. I actually, if you are into AI, then
But I figure I was gonna figure it out.
I am going to recommend. I know of a good friend that just came up with, the biggest thing is prompts, right? So writing prompts. How do you know what type of prompts to write when you can write a million different things, a million different ways for AI to come up with whatever it comes up with? Wouldn't it be great to have something super
A
simple?
lot of work.
Yep.
Okay. Now, this was just created by a gentleman, I want to say a week and a half ago. He just developed it. He just made it on the market. It's called Chat Guide.
Okay.
Yeah.
Under chatguide.com. And Alex, I'm chatguide.ai. Here, what this will allow you to do, and let me see if I can log in here. Hopefully, I can log in here. Oh, there we go. The account already exists. Please log in. Okay, fine. Let's see if this works. Why? Okay, so what I love about this is that with Chat Guide, what you can do is you can build a prompt, you can chat with the AI, but how many AIs are out there? You've got ChatGPT, you've got Bard, you've got all these. Well, what I love about this very simple system is that it will reference for $8 a month, Ada, Babbage, Fury, DaVinci 3, 3.5, ChatGPT, 3.5, 16K. Pretty soon it will have other platforms added here. Now, what's cool about this is that, say, you wanted to, I don't know, let's see here. Let's create a bio. So here are pre-created templates. So the first thing is answer a few questions and we'll get your creator buyer taken care of. So what are your top skills? So my top skills are technical savvy, iPad, Apple, IO, Chat GPT, Keynote, real estate marketing. Right? Then what are some of your personal interests? Let's see here. Gaming, tabletop gaming, as an example. And now what it's going to do is it will now create my bio by just asking me a few questions. So instead of having to come up with a prompt to me, it actually understood what it was that I was asking or giving it based on the questions it was asking, and then it created my bio.
Nice.
Here you've got all sorts of fun things that you can do, and I think this is a really cool, awesome tool that also is accessing the internet. So you could ask it like some tech questions, or hey, how do I write a video script based on, yada, yada, yada. And it will go through and help you with that. So I think this is a really neat thing. You can look at all the prompts, you can look at the templates that you've made. So if it's something that you regularly do, you can make your own templates for your own prompts. I think it's well worth the $8 a month product. I think they're going to have a feature very, very soon where you can actually do text to image. So you can tell it to create an image based on text. So create an image of Morgan Freeman overlooking the Laguna beach cliffs, at sunset, and it will go through. Now that I think it looks to be an upgrade to the service of $30 a month, but all in one place. Same thing. I think he's working on a video platform as well, so well worth it. But again, if you want to check it out, chatguide.ai. And then what was your question, young lady?
My question?
For Savvy Card.
Chat guide.
The which one?
It's called chat guide.
Chat Guide. Yes.
It was $8 a month.
$8 a month. Excellent. So fun things to do with AI.
We have something free.
Yes,
I can show you.
it's called,
Chat GPT.
yes,
Chat GPT.
that's what this is referencing.
Oh, wow.
So not only are you referencing ChatGPT, but all the other AIs that are out there. So it's accessing
Okay.
a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So your preference, 3.5, Ada, whatever. So you got that. You also have other prompts, like there's Prompt Storm. It's a Google extension. That one's free. So what that does is you go into ChatGPT, and of course, what type of prompt do you want it to create? You just go right on down the list. It's nice. You also have Chat Write. So that will help you, no matter what you're doing, rewrite what you're writing using AI. So whether it's an email, whether it's documents, whatever, you're doing it on the internet. It's pretty wild.
Pretty amazing with the AI. It's like they say you can't even trust photos anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could say, take a picture of Jennifer running a red light, right?
Yeah. Which I think they had the Pope, wearing a winter jacket in, I think that was done by Midjourney. So it was like, create me a picture of Pope, whatever his name is, wearing a winter jacket, in Italy. And of course, he's wearing a big fluffy jacket, and you couldn't tell it was a fake image. It looked like a real image. So yeah, it's kind of wild. Are there any other questions? Did y'all enjoy today?
Yeah, thank you so much for today.
Thank you.